The topic I've chose to present about is cyberbullying. The reason I chose this topic is because I've seen people be bullied on social media, people I know, and I feel like there should be a stop to it, or at least get it under control. But first, I feel like everyone needs to know the effects of cyberbullying before we can get it under control. So a little bit of background on cyberbullying is that it's making a target feel threatened through communication on social media or some sort of internet platform. And a couple of facts before we go into the effects is that it happens more than people realize all throughout the country, all throughout the world. It occurs more in adolescence. There's more reports of people in high school and middle school, and it's hard to identify. It's hard to find the bully, to figure out what the situation is because it's all on social media. It can be deleted. The effects that I have researched is education. It can put a negative effect on that. It can make kids not be able to learn, not feel comfortable in a school environment. Mental health, it can affect that, and that's a really big problem within our generation. And I feel like getting rid of this cyberbullying would put that under control. And it's very difficult for kids to take action to put a stop to the bullying because they're worried about the consequences behind it. So all of these effects happening in a school situation, a school setting, makes it harder for kids to deal with the cyberbullying, and I feel like we need to address it within the school setting. So for education, a quote I found on the IRC library was, in Model 2, being a victim of cyberbullying was associated with difficulties in concentrating and understanding lectures. So basically, with education, kids being bullied, they can't focus as well, they don't want to interact with classmates or teachers, they can't listen to the lesson, which can possibly affect their future career because they're not learning much in school. So getting rid of the cyberbullying and knowing how it affects education can be a good way to put a stop to it. The second effect is mental health. A quote I found for this is, bullying is a major health problem in young people and individuals. Involved are a risk of psychological problems such as psychosomatic symptoms, depression, and attempted or actual suicide. So a lot of kids being bullied, there's reports of these health problems that have came along with it, and depression and anxiety within the school setting. This bullying happen within a school setting can make kids feel very isolated and alone, can give them social anxiety, and it messes with their mind, it messes with everything going on in their life, their future. The last effect I chose was the action taken to stop it. The quote I found for this is, however, in cyberbullying, the perpetrators can stay anonymous, allowing greater potential to do or say more harmful things to the victims than they would in personal relations. So in cyberbullying, it's hard to find the bully because it's all online. It can be deleted. They can stay anonymous, so that it's harder to report cyberbullying. It makes kids not want to report it because if action isn't taken to stop it, if it's not completely shut down, then the victims are worried that it can keep going, it can keep happening. And a lot of times people are worried to take action because of they might get their cellular device taken away. There's just so many consequences, and they can be nervous about it too. So that's my presentation on cyberbullying and the effects of it within a school setting, which could eventually lead us to want to take action to stop it.